Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Rice Rocketeer. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, I got a new addition to my toy. Sorry, I got coffee stuck in my chest. Got a new addition to my toy. I got some tank grips, which I should have gotten like a year ago. Anyway, I'm super excited to try them out. I haven't had the chance to come up here in like a week. I've been kind of backed up. I have a bunch of random things I've been doing, which is good for the soul, good for the life outside of motorcycles. But today's the day. I came up here and now it looks like it's gonna rain, so like looks even more daunting on camera. Actually, it looked like that when I was on the way up here. Now it looks like that. So I'm gonna rush the intro. I'm just gonna get up there and try to do some a couple runs to see how these things hold my leg in place, and I'll do a little recap at the end. I'm also probably gonna try to do shorter videos, maybe 1 or 2 runs per video, and potentially do some commentary. I don't know, but the hour-long video format I think is just a bit played out, and I don't think it's let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But for me, I watch them sometimes and I end up falling asleep a little bit, not gonna lie. So gonna shorten the videos, maybe 1 or 2 runs, maybe 3 per video. We'll see how that goes. I'll figure that out when I'm at the computer. So let's get rolling, guys. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Helps the channel out. And like the video if you like the video. Let's go. Alright guys, if it rains, I'm totally screwed because these tires are horrendous in the rain and I am a ways from home, so it's going to be a slow, long, wet ride home. Come on, Jeebus. First set of the run, guys, I'm going to be on this road. I don't know what it's called, but it's not the fun one, but it is kind of fun if you get it open. So I just saw a few cars pass by. Hopefully I get a little gap in there. All right. Damn it. Okay, guys, my right foot. Okay, so first of all, tank pads are great. I ended up not really like. It's one of those things. I feel like it wasn't like, oh my god, these change everything. What I ended up doing was I was focusing on other things, like specifically my foot position, which I guess I couldn't do before because I was preoccupied with trying to be situated here. So I think this is one of those subtle changes that like it frees up your mind and your body to do other things. So that particular run, what I felt the most was the terrible foot position on my right foot. My left foot snaps right in, and I can situate myself in a stable way on my left side. My right side, not so much. I constantly, I don't know if you can see it. I'll rewind the tape and see if I can see it, but my foot kind of ended up feeling at risk of slipping. Now, my foot wasn't like this, but just the position of my toes and my boot, I'm not as stable on this side. On the left side, I just instinctively know this right here is my position, and it locks in every time. I don't have to think about it. My right side, not so much. So I'm going to focus on that, do a lap. Foot position, yeah, I think that's the big one. So I'm just going to keep it rolling. That's what we're doing. I got to sync up my cameras again. A second. Let's keep it rolling. I haven't seen any car go by, so that means we got a good head start. This guy died on me at some point, so not entirely sure how this is going to play out. Hopefully my 360, is it still there? Is it still there? Is my strap on still strapped on? Oh. Eee. Oh, it's looking kind of dark. I gotta get back to that main area where there's some shade. Fuck, the camera's going too. Let's talk back at the shade. Frustrating. Camera's not working. It's raining. So I don't know. We'll see if this passes or not. I'm gonna hang out for a minute. What I noticed on the way out there for sure, my right foot, I have to get the peg under more towards the inside. I don't know. It's like the placement's just different than it is on my left. Like obviously they're two different feet. The left is instinctual. The right is not. Once I figured out, once I took the time, as I was preparing for the turn, took the time to kind of arrange my foot and feel out where it should be, it got a little bit easier to snap back in, but it's just going to take a few runs to really solidify that notion in my head. I don't know. Let's see if this passes. If not, guys, this has been real. It's been a short ride, but it's been real. Everything else feels really good, and I think the tank pads again allow me to focus on the things I need to focus on. It allows you, I'll say this, the tank pads allow you to snap into position and stay there. So like, instead of, I guess prior to this ride, I had worked on finding like where my legs should be, where my foot should be, all that stuff, snapping in, and then I guess it was an unconscious, like I didn't really realize this, but it was an unconscious effort to have to stay in that position. This, I find myself being able to get in the position, I'm just chilling there now. It makes it a lot easier. Like, I can also like the inside leg, I can move freer because I'm not as concerned about the repercussions of moving that inside leg on the outside leg. So that's a huge plus. I'll keep riding and just see how it settles in and give you guys an update on the next video. I'm going to do an outro now, but just in case it continues to rain. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all. Peace.